Alright, we are looking at a map made by Narrated, and he has asked me to take a look at it and fix up some of the geometry for him. So, I'm going to give us a quick fly through just to check it out first, see what's going on. So, start down here, go up this little cave thing, come out here, go across this, go through this little castle thing, and then you come up here into this area. There's supposed to be water here, I assume, and then underwater cave. Swim up here, go up here, and then you're at the top. And here is Jerry. He's just making sure everything's going good. Maybe supervising this. He's fine. Just chilling, making sure everything's good. So before I go into the time lapse, I thought I would make a little talk about some quick tips, show some good techniques. So here's the geometry, as you can see. Not the best. Like right here, that's a mess. And right here, that. Right here, it's too dense compared to right here. And for here is not looking so nice. This is maybe too dense. And yeah. But other than geometry, I love the layout. Looks like it'll play very well. So here's the first thing I want to show you. Right here, when you have a quad with a triangle on top, like this, if you move this vertex up, you could see that that's now a quad. So the same thing on this side. If you move this down, that's now a quad. So you can just dissolve this edge, and you can see we have all quads now. And you can do the same thing with this. The quad here. And I'm gonna move this up. Let's fix up this part a little bit. Let's see. And let's just get this one. You can see already, just with that, it's looking a lot better. Can do same thing here. Let's see. Well, I don't want to do that. I'll merge these, and then I can dissolve that. And that's a quad now. And actually, I'll just leave that a triangle here. And then maybe make a quad there. Merge these. Merge these for now. Merge those. And we can merge that, and then we can delete that. Dissolve that, and that's looking a lot better. Alright, and I'm gonna show in real time fixing these stairs, because that's probably one of the harder things to get right. So we're not going to worry about this front part for now, so I'll just hide those so we don't have to worry about it. And we are going to make this just two triangles, squares wide. So I'm just gonna start by dissolving some extra vertices and whatnot. see this. Well, this actually, you can see this. It just makes a loop, kind of. So we really don't need that. So that's gone now. And this right here goes to the middle. So I'll cut that off right there. So now we can connect that, continue with our straight line down the middle. So now we don't need this, and these are all quads now, which is good. And we can just dissolve that straight away. I'm going to dissolve that, and this can go there. Not sure what's going on here. Right. So for here, we can merge that and then make that a quad. But for right here, I'd say that's probably the best we're gonna get. Might be a few more adjustments we could do, but yeah, stairs are gonna have a lot of triangles, so this is looking a lot better now. And I could do another loop right here just to show you. And connect that, get rid of that, and that just made a nicer loop. So, but while I'm right here, I'm going to slide that back a little, just so we can add another loop here, and make it a little nicer looking, a little smoother. I may come back to these stairs, but not much you can do to make them perfect, but there is a way to make them nice. So I'm just gonna delete this so we can get a better look. Move this here. Alright, so you can see that this is the middle, and it was connecting to the floor, and up here this is the middle, but it's going to the ceiling. We can make that better by just continuing that. You can just cap that off. So now we have it's continuous along this midline here, which is good. So actually, I think I'm gonna wanna add a loop here, and then one here. Connect those. Merge those, and then we can do that. And of course, this can be slightly modified if the textures don't play nice. Alright, so this triangle, let's see what we can do about this. Well, we can add loops. So I'm just gonna put that down. Maybe one here. One is probably enough. Maybe let's just make that 2. Yeah, that's a little better. The squares are size of squares. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but I'm just going to merge these together, merge these together, and then this is gonna have to come up a bit. Scale that there. Then this middle is gonna have to come down a little bit, and that will let us get rid of those. That's probably fine as a triangle on top. So we can add, not yet actually. We can subdivide this twice. And that will let us add 2 loops, which we can just connect over. Connect that down. That too. That will let us get rid of this triangle. And this one as well. Going to just connect that there. That'll look a bit nicer. And instead of merging these at this corner, I'm going to merge it at this corner. So we'd only need one line there. That way you'll get a full texture there, and you won't really be seeing that part. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Same thing with this. Merge that down, and then merge this up. And that won't look terrible. Even though it's not perfect, it'll still work, especially if this is just going to be like a rock or a dirt texture. Those are pretty forgiving when you have triangles like that. Alright, this can just go straight up. And that'll be alright. And then since we added the loops, now we can just do that and that. Then we'll get rid of that. This can connect with this. We can get rid of those triangles. Move it over a bit more, connect that, get rid of this, get rid of this, and that is all right. Don't think this will be needed either. I could merge this up, but then the texture will be stretched. So I'm just going to leave that like that. And I think that's as far as I'm going to go with this. It's pretty much the same process all the way to the end here. So I'm going to go back over to the front, unhide those, remove that, remove that. We can get rid of that. Get rid of this. And now we can move this over a little bit. That's fine as a triangle. This works out nicely over here. So just gonna merge that, remove that, and I'm actually gonna purposely put a triangle there just to save space. And then we can space these out a little nicer. Remove that. And we can make that maybe a little rounder. Yeah. And here, maybe I can, I think that's probably alright like that. Maybe just merge it there. Just because, actually, I can just merge that there. And that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. And then another thing is keeping all the quads sort of the same size. You can see here the bottom ones are bigger than these, and these are also not really squares, rectangles, so you can make them squares by putting in a cut. But then you'll notice that it messes it up down here. So the way to fix that is to just thin it out a little, just select a few, and dissolve that, and that made it pretty even. Now you can see it made it a bit more not square, you know. So next step is to fix that. First I'm gonna do that. So I'm just gonna do this. We have to merge a couple things here. Actually, it would be better if I did that. Moved everything down slightly. And put another loop right in there. And that's alright. So I can get rid of this now. That will give us a quad here. And we can just merge these. That gets rid of those two triangles. And up here, these three, I'm not too worried about that. That's probably just fine. And that's that technique. I'm happy with that. Happy with this. Maybe not that. So I'll just make that a triangle, not a big deal. And here it's a little bit dense, so I can just merge those two at the top and then slide this over, slide this over. Actually, I'm going to merge all these up one more and just bring it out. Merge that a little nicer. And merge that. Here's something we have to consider now. Actually, I'm going to merge that there and then move that just so we have a nicer square to work with. So that's not too bad. And for right here, I don't want to move this there. So just do that. Not a big deal. You're only going to really ever see that. Well, you're not really, because it's on the far side. From what I understand, you'll be coming in from this direction. And you'll only see that if you're over here for some reason. So that's not a big deal. Alright, so that's that. You can see this, what I just did over here, compared to something like over here, or here, and Jerry's still hanging out, so I'm gonna finish the rest of this in time lapse, and we'll take another look at it when we're all done. So save that, and then I'm gonna go do that.